Title: Beyond the honey badger. The most fearless animals alive. Everyone knows the honey badger doesn't care. It fights lions. It shrugs off venom. It walks into danger like it owns the place. But here's the real question. What if the honey badger isn't number one anymore, or never was alone? Today, we're ranking the most fearless animals on Earth, excluding the honey badger, and some of these will genuinely surprise you. First, let's define fearless. We're not talking about stupidity. We're talking about animals that regularly challenge stronger opponents, defend themselves aggressively, or simply never back down, and by the end, you'll see something strange. Fearlessness isn't about size, it's about strategy. First place, Metal Tier S. Fights anything, 045 to 130, Wolverine. Meet the Wolverine. This animal looks like a stocky weasel, but it behaves like a tank. Wolverines have been documented chasing off wolves, stealing kills from bears, and surviving brutal winters alone. They don't just defend themselves, they escalate. Their secret? Insane endurance, bone-crushing jaws, and a refusal to retreat. Imagine something the size of a medium dog, forcing a bear to give up its meal. Cape buffalo. Next up, the Cape buffalo. Unlike most prey animals, buffalo don't just run. They fight back, and they do it together. Lions regularly hunt them, but buffalo herds have been seen turning around and killing lions instead. They've even been observed rescuing captured herd members. Mongoose. Now for something much smaller, and arguably crazier. Mongooses regularly fight cobras. Yes, cobras. They rely on lightning-fast reflexes and partial venom resistance to survive encounters that should be instant death. They dart, strike, dodge, and keep going until the snake is dead. This is like bringing a knife to a gunfight and winning. Tier A. Too powerful to fear, hippopotamus. The hippopotamus might be the most aggressive large animal alive. They attack boats. They charge humans. They even bully crocodiles. And they do it not out of fear, but because everything in their territory is a threat. A hippo doesn't ask, "Should I fight?" It asks, "Why haven't I attacked yet?" Grizzly bear. Grizzly bears don't need to prove anything. They're massive, powerful, and nearly untouchable in their ecosystems. When threatened, they don't flee, they stand their ground. And when they attack, it's usually decisive. Fearlessness here isn't chaos, it's absolute confidence. Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons are different. They're not explosive, they're patient. They bite, inject venom, and then calmly follow their prey, sometimes for days, until it collapses. They don't fear retaliation because they don't need to rush. Imagine being hunted by something that already knows you're going to die. Tier B. Specialized fearlessness. Lions are apex predators, but their fearlessness is calculated. They take down animals much larger than themselves, including buffalo and giraffes. But they choose their battles carefully. Still, when conflict happens, they don't hesitate. This is what fearless looks like when it's strategic. Harpy eagle. Deep in the rainforest, the harpy eagle rules the canopy. It hunts monkeys and sloths, snatching them straight from trees with massive talons. It's not reckless. It's precise. Hook. In its world, nothing above the trees is safe. 535 to 605, Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devils are pure aggression. They scream, bite, and fight over anything, especially food. Even animals larger than them aren't safe from confrontation. If fearlessness had a sound, it would be the Tasmanian devil's scream. Wildcard. Biologically fearless grasshopper mouse. And then there's the grasshopper mouse. This tiny predator hunts scorpions, and has evolved to ignore their venom. Instead of feeling pain, it blocks it. Hook. It doesn't overcome fear, it deletes the signal entirely. Hash receipt final ranking, so here's the list. 1. Wolverine. 2. Cape buffalo. 3. Mongoose. 4. Hippopotamus. 5. Grizzly bear. 6. Komodo dragon. 7. Lion. 8. Harpy eagle. 9. Tasmanian devil. 10. Grasshopper mouse. But here's the twist. This ranking changes depending on how you define fearlessness. Conclusion, final insight plus outro hook. The most fearless animals aren't just aggressive. They're built, physically or mentally, to make fear irrelevant. Some rely on strength, others on speed, and some rewrite the rules of pain itself. And maybe the real takeaway is this: fearlessness isn't about being unafraid. It's about being unstoppable anyway. So now the question is, if the honey badger was included, would it still win?